Hello, my name is Joe, and something terrible happened in my life. This terrible thing lasted quite a long time, but I realized what was happening just recently. My parents are the most ordinary people who do not have something special about their appearance. Well, you just won't even remember them in the crowd. Kinda, a gray mass. And my older sister Lily is 100% their copy. She is also a rather ordinary girl, having only very high expectations. I don't know, maybe genetics made her that, or they threw me up, as our neighbors sometimes joke, but I turned out to be handsome. This is not narcissism, it is a fact. But hey, I don't give a damn about my appearance. I'm a guy, not an Instagram model, but it's important to understand everything. Judging by height, and by shape, and by face, I'm kind of a 9 on a 10-point scale. It could have been better, like going in for sports or starting to take care of myself, but I really don't care. And so there are enough problems due to my face. Since my early childhood, my mom was annoyed by all sorts of photographers and advertisers trying to persuade her to tear me into pieces, getting me into the modeling business. They even offered me to act in films, only my mom forbade me. And here, in vain, I would like to try for some part in a cool action movie. Well, and of course, I never had a problem with the girls. Sometimes it came to several girls hanging on me at the same time, not asking for my opinion, and somehow agreeing among themselves. Cool? Yeah. Only then I was 14, and I preferred airplane models to all the girls, and potential ladies always turned out to be somewhat older, more likely the same age as my 18-year-old sister. Yeah, I forgot to say, my sister and me have a 4-year gap, and believe me, at 14, this is as big as possible gap. We were not friends, we didn't even communicate very often, because everyone had their own life and interests. Sometimes she cooked me some food when my parents left somewhere in the evenings, and that was the maximum of our interaction. I totally was not interested in her parties, stories about guys, makeup, and some strange choices between a black dress and a black dress that was shorter. Like, what is there to choose? Take any and go where you want. But Lily regularly tried to attract me to assess her appearance. That was weird. Mom said my sister is trying to give me a taste of fashion. At that time, I liked talking to my friends much more, collecting model airplanes, and sometimes jumping in the wrong places. Parkour was my passion, which at the time improved my appearance. My muscles pumped up, but it worsened my body because the bruises and abrasions did not go away from me. But I was okay. I even seemed courageous. The older I got, the more girls spun around me, and the most strange behaved one was Lily. We didn't talk about this topic, but was she jealous, freaking out, envious? I don't even know, honestly, but it was really strange. For example, she could break into a party and start shouting something about there are a few bad words here, that hang on her little brother. I would understand if mom did something of the same, but my sister, no sir. Next time, I'll lock her up with a heavy lock. Of course, we got scandals and she went home in tears, but I had to leave because party owners rarely like scandals. And then Polly appeared in my life. She was a little older than me, but not 4+ years old, just a couple of months. She had an absolutely amazing, charmful character and could get me crazy in 5 seconds. I loved her as much as teenagers can. I honestly thought we would be together just until the end, which could happen to us much earlier than the deadline because of our characters. We started dating. It was just some extravaganza and a permanent Brazilian carnival. Our parents were looking at us with happiness, not risking to give advice, and in the meantime, we destroyed family porcelain, and then we also put up violently in all corners. But we didn't cross the line yet. We were both worried. We thought the bed would somehow connect us, like the print on the forehead. The only one who was mad was Lily. seemed like she did not see a person in Polly at all. Rather, some kind of alien garbage attracted all the attention of the family. Well, that's what we had at that time. Polly knew how to do it because she was incredibly bright and quick-minded. It was simply impossible not to love her, even to strangers. And my parents were no exception. They were literally loving her. They even told some friends what an amazing bride I have. And they always said that if I lose her, I won't meet another one like that. Well, it's clear that we also didn't have any problems with guests and overnight stays. In my opinion, they would have even registered her in our house if it helps. But every time, Lily got gloomy. The closer me and Polly got, the worse my sister looked. For me, personally, there was no problem in what was happening. But apparently, somewhere it still was, because at some point, there was a total brain explosion. I came home already at the culmination moment, and for a long time, I could not understand whom to blame for and whom to save, because my sister and my beloved girl fought each other in the middle of our living room, and somewhere from the side, my mom wailed with a jug of water. As a result, the enthusiasm prevailed over the age. Lily made just the same model capture and pushed Polly into the hallway, and on the top, she opened and closed the door with a jacket. The funny thing was that I learned about the cause of the conflict only the next day, moreover from my mom, who was clearly going to be silent until the last moment. But she could not stand it and admitted that Lily started first. She started insulting Polly and calling my beloved with bad words. Polly could not stand it and uttered nasty things in response, among which were hints that Lily was not behaving sisterly. Well, then there was already an epic fight that I saw, and then a hard conversation with Polly, who said while I lived with Lily in the same living space, she would prefer to stay away. And in the end, she repeated again that I should be more careful with my sister. I didn't understand anything then. That's true. My saint-naive nature turned out to be too impenetrable. So all the things passed by, until luck waved me saying bye. That weekend, we stayed at home with Lily. Parents left us for some mother's conference, which was traditionally held in their company near the ocean. We called it a business cocktail and a little regretted that the kids of employees were not invited. I planned to sleep, eat, and play shooting games the whole 2 days. I even did all the homework in advance. At the same time, it can still hang out in the chat, or, with luck, hang out with friends. But Lily apparently decided this was her chance. She broke into my room, which was typical, fully dressed to the very top, and started screaming she had enough of all these girlfriends, and she finally deserved her moment of happiness. I swear to you, it didn't immediately reach me what she needed, because my head refused to accept reality. Like, well, this is complete nonsense. Lily is my sister. She's older. She was already 20 then, and she can't want from me. Want me? I do not care what she wanted there, but obviously not what I thought, right? It turned out not true. And Lily, through a bunch of insults and moaning, confirmed that yes, she literally demanded sex from me. I almost fell off my chair. The requirements were such that I should have sex with her because she had been waiting for it for a very long time, and I, as the youngest, must respect her requirements. I don't know how it is in another reality, but in the present, everything that made me a man was drawn into me. Lily physically did not attract me at all, but I was never carried away with perversions either. I told her that one, bluntly, and maybe in a slightly rude form that was necessary. And then I threw her out of the room, and just in case, I barricaded the door with a chair. Is it enough? Who knows, she was mad. But then, when I laid in bed and wondered which mental hospital I should call, and whether it would be considered domestic violence if I hit her with something heavy, it dawned on me. Only such a blind idiot like me could not notice this thing. All these years, while I was growing up, Lily acted like my fan in love. Well, that's all. Fighting with the rivals, showing different clothes, provoking jealousy through supposedly dating others. Even Polly's words found their own meaning. She, as a smart girl, immediately realized that in our family, The skeletons are too thick. Even the closets do not close, and she chose to go away. I just don't know why my parents didn't do anything. Even agreed that Lily would be much more comfortable living at home and have a 1-hour trip to the university to move to the campus. As for me, it was a great chance to switch her obsession to somebody else. Then, Lily several times tried to suggest to me a business offer, but I successfully ran away from her in all directions and hid in my room. As a result, it all ended up with the fact that I left. Instead of high school and university, I chose college and a peaceful existence away from that family madness. Of course, my parents were not too happy. With my points, I could go to a good place and then apply for a normal job. But you know, they too are to blame for what happened. I didn't have to put my sister's wishes against my nerves and psyche. Now, I don't communicate with Lily. I avoid it, frankly. But sometimes I meet my parents in public places, and they kinda try to apologize. I'm not sure I need their apologies now. Anyway, everything worked out well for me, and my studies are going as they should. Maybe after college, I would even continue my education and go to the university as I had planned before. Write in the comments what you would do in my shoes. Share this video with friends who are also at risk and support me with likes. And remember that taboos were not invented to violate them. Evolution and genetics tell us this is a bad thing.